Hello again and welcome to my channel if you haven't been before. Today we're going to make a daisy bag which will be in the colours yellow, white and black. Now these are a little bit thicker. I've just got spare yarn. I don't know what they are. This is thicker than the double knit. So for this one I'll be doubling up on the white and I might have to double up on the black, but that feels thicker. Because I haven't got any labels on them, I don't know what they are, but I'll know I'll have enough to make a tote bag. Oops. So that's what I've got today, and this will be just a double knit. Got lots of this. A size 5.5 hook, scissors and my darning needles. Pop them to one side. So yeah, so we'll get started. I'll put all these to the side. So I wish I kept labels, but I should really, because I take them off, start crocheting with them, doing my project, and then these go into a big bag and sometimes never to be seen again until days like this. Right, let's get started. We'll start off with our slip knot. I like to chain I don't like the magic circle, I've said before. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, join into the first of the chains to close my circle and chain 2. Then I'm going to 11 double crochet into this center circle, so it's not the first bit there with the hole, it's further in. I'll just show you this way. So yarn over and right into that middle bit there. That's 1. I count my first chain 2 as a double. So in all we'll have 12 double crochets going into the center ring. I'll just pop that out my way. I'm excited to make this one because I've been looking at the yellow, white and black tote bags. And it's festival season will be coming up, so I've got a few nice festival tops and tote bags that I'll be able to show you coming up. So let's count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I was crocheting over this loose end at the back. You'll see why in a second. And then there's the 2 chain that we started with, so I'm just going to slip into the very top of that, pull tight, and I've just had my scissors in my hand. I know I have. I'm going to cut that off, pull through and pull tight. Then we're just going to cinch that at the beginning where it's nice and tight. But what I will do at the end, when I sew all my ends in, I will go in and out a few times, but I will show you that anyways later on. So that is round 1. So we add on to this round, I'm using the 2 strands, so just put a little slip knot, make sure you get the both of them. There we go. And start anywhere. And this round It's going to be like a cluster, so we chain 2, and for the cluster, I don't know what to call it, so it's yarn over, pull through and lift up loosely, yarn over, go through the same space and lift up, yarn over again, go through the same space and lift up, yarn over, pull through all of the stitches, chain 1. So it's yarn over through that gap, the next gap, pull through, yarn over through the same gap, pull up, yarn over through the same gap, pull up, yarn over, pull through all of the loops and chain 1. And we'll do that all the way around in every gap between our double crochets, and at the same time I'll be crocheting over my ends. So it's yarn over into that gap, pull up, yarn over into the gap, pull up, yarn over into the gap, pull up, yarn over, pull through all of the pull-ups and chain 1. I wanted to say it was a popcorn stitch, but I don't think it is. I don't know what kind of a cluster chain it is, cluster stitch. I'll have to have a look. If anybody knows, let me know. I just know what it is. And sometimes when you've been crocheting as long as what I have, you don't even know, you just know in your mind, and it's trying to describe to other people what you think, what you do, because my other profession's a hairdresser, and when I was teaching, it was just hard for me to explain the words, but I could show somebody what I meant. I just like doing things methodical, repetitive. I'll just slow down. One, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and chain 1, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. So we're back at the beginning. We've got all our little clusters. There should be 12, so we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thank God. La, 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 la. And then we're going to slip stitch to the very first stitch and join up or close up that round, and snip, 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 snippity snip, and pull through. And that is the end of round 2. So for the last round, you can join in it anywhere, and we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets into one space, and your chain is counted as a cluster 2, as a double crochet 2. And we'll hop onto the next space and do another set of 3 double crochets, and then into the next one will be a corner, so we're going to do a triple. So it's wrap twice and up through 1, 2 and 3. So it's a triple into the corner, chain 2 and triple into the corner, In fact, I don't like that either. I'm just going to try chain 1 and a triple. And then set of 3, oops, double crochets, pop these up my way, and another set of double crochet and oops, a triple into the corner, triple, chain 2, oops, triple. If you don't like anything like I don't, chain 1, just go back a couple of stitches. If you feel that it doesn't look right, too many gaps, double crochets, triple, chain 1, triple, and I will meet you back at the beginning because we're just going to carry on with this triple, then a double, double, and triple into the last corner. So I've just put our last triple in that corner. I'm going to join up the end of the row. I'm just going to sew my ends in. No, I'm not. So just follow as much way backwards and forwards until you get rid of a lot of the ends hidden in your work. Sorry about my fingernail, it looks disgusting. Going to get them done tomorrow, I think. Snap that one off. There we go, the first of many. Now it's time to sew your squares together. So how I do mine is I'll get them in the rows
this. I'll put the good sides together. Get a needle. I always leave a long tail, so there's plenty of tail. Wait and I see if I can get some light on this situation. See if that helps. And then we just go from the corner space. I always finish my round in a corner as well now. I'll try my best, especially when I know that I'm going to be doing sewing them together. And then we just take from opposite side to opposite side, just a running stitch. As neat as we can. So just check this side where the corner stitch is there and the corner stitch is there, so we hold them together, and then when we sew up we don't have any big gaps to fill. Any odd ends we'll just sew over them, tie a knot, and then I'll try and weave in the ends. If it's a long end I'll keep it because I could do with it later on, you never know. So do that one to that one. And then we're at this end. And we sew this one to this one. I'll make it back when I've done that. So when we've done that, sorry, scratching on the table, got our right sides together. So now we have right side and right side. So we'll just line them up. Same again. So I'm just going to put the right sides together and I'm going to sew all across to here, unless you crochet them and then you can crochet it all the way across. So I'm still using all the tail ends that I have. Sorry, you can hear my dog in the background. I don't know what she's doing. Chomping on a fly maybe. So I will meet you back when I've went all the way across. That's 2 rows joined together. I'm just going to do the top row. And I'm just going to do corner to corner again. I'm going to just crocheting, sewing all my loose ends as well. And then I'm going to switch to the lighter colour bag to show you how we can add on so that this bag fills. So the crochet squares meet up to this bag because we have like a bit of gaps all the way around. So I'm just going to crochet them in. You could also make these squares slightly bigger, but because it's not this bag's rectangle, so you're always going to need to add on a little bit extra at the top. So I'll show you how I do that next on the natural colours so you can see it a bit better. So I'm just going to finish this going across until I've got a nice little square. Any ends, I'm just going to tie them up and sew over them, or sew them in later. So that's it. That's all the crochet squares joined together, and then I'm going to add on a little bit here, a little bit there, and go right around to neaten up all, square off all my edges. So it's the same principle for both bags, for the black, but it's just easier to show you on this one. So I'm just going to slip knot, still with the size 4mm hook, and then I'm just going to face it to me. I don't know why I flipped it round. I'm going to start in any corner. I think I'll double crochet across the top, otherwise I'll be here for ages. But you could single crochet, and I'm just putting one in every stitch all the way across. So I'll just double crochet, go through the two. And I'll meet at the end. So I've got to the end. I'm just going to 2 chains and turn, and I'm going to go back across the top. So don't do the first one, do the second one, and I'm still just double crocheting all the way along this on this row. What I think I'll make it do is 2 rows of double crochet, a single crochet all the way around, even across the top of this. Yeah, sometimes I just make things up as I go along, and this is one of them times. I do need to learn how to write patterns, I think. Okay, so I'll do double crochet all the way along. I'm going to do 2 rows there, and I'll make 2 rows there, and then single crochet up the sides, and I'll meet you back when I've done all that. So I've done 2 rows across the top, and I've done a single crochet, so I'm just coming to the end of the top, and I'm just going to do 3 single crochet in the corner, so that then I'm facing the right. Oh, then I'm facing the right way to go back down this side. I'll try and crochet and catch all my ends as I go. Now down the side is a bit more difficult. You don't want to hit everyone because you'll have too many. So it's basically just doing it by eye. So on this, like, I'll just try and grab the edge of that one, miss that one, hit that one, just so that you don't have too many. They're not too bad because they're the side of we're back on the side of the square now, so that's easier. forgot to catch in the edges, so I'll have to sew them in. So it's the same all the way down, and when we get to the bottom of this row we'll do 2 rows of double crochet and then a single row of single crochets, and then back up the side the same as what we're doing now. So that's the last of the single crochet all the way around. We'll sew all the ends. Sew all the ends in, but this is the that's the one side. So I'm going to do 2 sides, and also let's just cut that off. We're going back to do it in the black, so I will film myself doing the black sides, but I will just speed it up because you're not going to be able to see much with it. It's so much better with the light. Carrying on with the tote bag now, we've done one side with the black, and I've done double crochet all the way around with this one. I've done 3 rows at the top, and I've done 2 rows at the bottom, and then a single crochet all the way across the bottom. And that's ready on that side. So I'm just going to fold that out of the way. It fits exactly over the tote canvas bag. We've still to cut the handles off. I'm still full of cold, apologies, with the yeah, that's the right side, but I've got a bit of a loop there. Just pull that through. And I'm very sniffly, so I don't want to really do a lot of recording because I'm just sniffling and whatnot. So on this one I'm just going to speed it up, I think. Oh yeah. I'm going to start at the top. And I'm double crocheting 3 rows. Yeah, I'm just going to meet at the end because all I'm going to do is just snuffle. So I'm going to crochet right to the end of this row. So I'm coming up to the end of this row, just going to go into the very corner. Oops. So just carrying on with our double crochet. And then going to the very corner stitch. And then I'm going to go up. So I'm going to chain 2. Turn, and for these 3 rows that's what I'm going to do, is just double crochet into every stitch, not that first one, and then I'm going to do all the way across and all the way back again. So just with double crochet 3 rows, and I'll meet you back here. This is the last double crochet on the top rows. Just come right up to the corner, and then I'm going to chain 1, single crochet into that gap. Let me just check when I did. No, I didn't. I double crocheted. So chain 2, And then we're just going to double crochet all the way back down this side. It is hard to see, but like with the rest of the tutorial, I'm doing the same one in the cream, and I've also just found something to add on at the end, a little surprise. If you've stuck it out this far, you'll get to learn something else. So I'm going to do the same, double crochet, do 2 rows and a single crochet at the bottom to bring me back to this corner, and then I'm going to double crochet back up to here. So I'm going to have 2 matching parts, and then we're going to sew it together and add the straps. I'll meet you back when I get to here and we can start to sew it together. Now that I've crocheted up that side, I'm just going to pull through the end, and then we've got 2 matching tote bags sides. I'll take that out of the way for now. We're going to make sure we've got the right sides together. So we're going to put them on the inside. Hope you can see this. And I've got one long piece of yarn coming off that end. So if we've got here, yeah, so we're going to put that there. That's the opposite side, and then we've got a long end coming off here. Sometimes I would crochet about, but I'm just going to sew it. And what I'm going to do is get a stitch marker. Can't think what they're called. Clamp. A wee clamp. So I won't need one for there. I'm gonna, any ends that I come across, I will sew in. So we're just going to get these edges that make the cross of the patch square. I'm just going to pop them together. Pop them together. It is a little bit wibbly bobbly, the line, but once we get it onto the bag, and then the bag will pull it straight. That's just because we've maybe got too many stitches. If you wanted to, you could have tuck 2 stitches together. We'll do this side first, so I'll show you how I started off, and then you can, I'll just get this little bit of thread up to the top. So if I go, I'll start it off, and then I'll show you what I could do at the corner. To go right into the opposite side. Got a nice long piece, so it could take a while. I'll do a couple of stitches and probably knot it through the loop just to give it a bit of security there. And then I'm going to opposite stitch to opposite stitch. It is a bit long, this. I'm just going to shorten it. Sew all the ends in, opposite side to opposite side. Consider having a wee like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much, much appreciated. Leave a comment and then that'll boost me up. I've got a few videos now and struggling with it really. Mom? Just got to the end of this row. I'm going to sew a few in the corner. Turn. work my way across the bottom of the bag. Oops. And work all the way around to the end. And then we'll be ready to put the lining in. So I'm going to just sit down a sec. This is the inside out, so I'm just going to pop it the right way. There we go. We'll be able to check it over and take out some of the, see if you can see any, I was going to say stray hairs. That's it. Lovely, lovely. Now then. Perfect. Oh. So what I'm going to do is fold the lining up with the bag, and I'm just going to slide it into the bottom, fold it out so it hits the bottom. Sorry about my arm, that's just where they take bloods and they're vampires. No, they're not. I'm just rubbish with my bloods, with my veins. Right, so there we have it. And my dog's decided to come and eat a tea as well. Crunch, crunch. I'm going to take off the handles because we don't need them for this project, and I'll go in a drawer upstairs because you never know, one day, just one day, I might want them. Snooky, so noisy. Where's your table manners? You actually stopped eating as well. Nom 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 nom. So I'll just get rid of all of this. So I'm going to do 4 handles. It's an English joke. Oh no, it's not. 4 candles. Handles for forks. I'm just going to snip them. Snippity. Snip, snip. No, not with these scissors. Right, I'll be back. I'm going to cut all 4 of these off. Okay, I've cut the handles off. I'm just going to pin the lining onto the crocheted side. I was going to do it on the sewing machine, but then I realised, well, not everybody has the sewing machine. My dog's on her way back in because she thinks there's somebody here that I'm talking to. Hello, missies. I'm just talking to myself. Alright, and I'm going to get some black cotton. But you could use, trying to think, embroidery thread. I couldn't use that because it wouldn't go through the canvas tote bag. And we need the tote bag because some of my bags you'll see coming up don't need line because I crochet them. I'm going to use t-shirt fabric, and there's other, not t-shirt fabric, like the wool, or I just use a single crochet stitch, so they don't really need lined, but these ones do because they've got the holes, and if you've got little things in there you don't want to lose your little things. I also like to make a little purse if I'm doing a beach bag, because something to keep your room card in. Have I done a video on that yet? Maybe not, but I will. So we're just going to start just in the corner, and I'm keeping it right side up because I want to keep it just under that top row. And all I'm going to do is best make a bigger knot. Because the canvas is quite loose fabric too. I'm going to start sneezing or coughing. Excuse me. No, I'm going to have an attack of the coughs. So basically we're just going to nice and neatly stitch all the way around the top. You can do a couple of rows, one there, just holding in the lining onto your bag. So I'm going to sew all the way around and I'll meet you back at the end of there because you don't want to hear me coughing and spluttering